All right, Coach, let's go ahead and open with an opening statement.
And just obviously threw the ball around the gym a lot tonight. You can give their defense credit, though. They caused a lot of chaos. They're very good at creating turnovers. We didn't handle that too well. As far as I know, they're a tough team here as long as Sue Bird has a jersey on. So tough arena to play in and tough to overcome 23 points off turnovers. So and that's regardless of the gym you're in. That's hard to overcome. So I give their defense a lot of credit.
Questions in the room?
Yeah. Can you look at this as it kind of felt like a playoff environment, two teams that are kind of towards the top of the standings. There's a little bit of a rivalry, and even in the loss that you can like prepare for the playoffs and it can help build character.
Oh yeah. I mean, anytime you hit you're bound to hit adversity at some point during the season. It's not just going to go all smooth and be easy. I mean, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? So these are the times that as a team, you dig in together, you hunker down. We're on the road. You got to have a little bit of a us against the world mentality. And I thought they got us rattled tonight. They did a lot of blitzing and we just did not move it out of the blitz very well. I should say we moved it out of the blitz decent. It's the next play. It's the next action that we never got to.
And then the game was tied 72-72 with about 6 minutes to go. They go on a 16-6 run to finish it out. What kind of stood out to you in those final 6 minutes?
Jewel, Stewie, Sue. I mean, it's a championship caliber team that closed well. I thought we made quite a few mistakes down the stretch that on stuff that could be solved as easily as opening your mouth and talking to each other. But we didn't do it. And when Jewel, has big games for them, they become really problematic, quite frankly. So I thought, overall, Talbot came in and hurt us a bit. So basically, I thought they kicked our ass.
Anything else in the room?
Rupert had a kind of a break on that tonight. What was really working for her and what you guys like about what you've seen from her game?
Well, obviously, her ability to spread the floor is helpful. She's still learning the league. She still has a lot to learn about the personnel and different tendencies. But in the 3 games that I've thrown her out there, I thought she's been very solid. And she's a different look than Dearica. Dearica, is a slasher, heavy rebounder. Billy's a little bit more finesse, and obviously can extend your defense a little bit. So, she's been solid with the minutes that we've given her. But Dearica is our defensive stopper on the other end. And I thought, for the most part, we did a decent job on Stewie, but she made some big ones. And so timely ones.
Coach Dearica signed a new contract today. We spoke with her a little bit before, and she just talked about how special this organization is, that she kind of wants to close it out by sort of winning a championship in the long term. What does that mean to kind of have these commitments from your players for the future?
Well, we think she's pretty special too. So we're happy to have her on for a few more years. She's a big piece of what we do offensively and defensively, just with her cutting, her screening, her rebounding. And just her hustle. She really does whatever we ask her to do on the floor. She always has a good attitude. She has a high care factor, which is great. She wants to win bad, and to have those kind of attitudes in your horses is really beneficial as a coach.
Andy?
Yeah, Becky, you touched on it a little bit there, but obviously you guys did a pretty good job on Brianna for about 38 minutes. What does it say about her as a player that those 3 minutes that she was on can really change a game like that?
How many times did she win the MVP? A couple times. That's what they do. That's what she does. It's not really surprising. I would have liked to have taken it away from her. But big players make big plays down the stretch of games. You know, I believe they haven't played since LA. So we got a good shot from them. Hungry team, coming off not a great loss. And so we had to expect to get a pretty good shot from them. A focused team, a team that had, you know, a couple days to prepare for us. You know, so it's just one of those road games in the W. Tough one.
Definitely. And then just as a measuring stick, you know, obviously number one, number two, they just pick up Tina. You guys know they're probably going to be there for you as we get closer to the playoffs. How does the team kind of refocus after a game like this?
Well, you go back and you look at areas you could improve and things you want to do differently, and you move on. I mean, that's all you can do with a loss is try to learn from it, get better from it, try to make less mistakes the next game. Not throw it to the other team as much would help. And you go on.
Nick?
Hey, Coach, you talked about De'Erica Hamby, and last couple of games, you always know about her defense, but obviously offensively, she's kind of struggled the last couple of games. Is there more focus on defense? How concerned are you as far as just getting her back scoring along with the rest of the team?
Well, she's never been one that I call plays for. She just kind of finds her niche. She finds where she fits in. You know, I think people have been, you know, sending a lot of length at her at times. Obviously, Meg McGort, I mean, has terrific rim protection. So she's just got to find her spots, cut, screen, and then figure out how to impact the game positively on the offensive end. And she will figure it out. We'll figure it out. You know, she's allowed to have a couple bad games in a row, but not after that. Okay, just two.
Anything else from the room?
Coach, what does it say about Super becoming the winningest player in league history?
So she's been on a lot of good teams for a very long time, and she's always the head of the snake. So, I mean that in a good way. You know, she is who she is for a reason. She just repeatedly makes the right play. Whatever that is, maybe that's her coming off shooting, maybe that's her dumping it. She just, whatever the defense is taking away, she makes the read and she goes the other way. Can't stop it all. That's why the score is not 0-0, and it especially won't be when she's out on the court.
Last one.
Just talk about Asia's performance. I mean, 17 points, 16 rebounds. It's a pretty monster game.
She's a monster in there. You know, she just does so many good things for us on both ends of the court. She's really our anchor. She's been exceptional the whole year. And she plays well in big games, quite frankly. It would have been nice to you know, only have 10 turnovers maybe. So we had maybe 10 more shots at the basket. Who knows? The turnovers on the road, though, are just such a killer because it's really 20 opportunities away from you and 20 opportunities they get. So it's really the turnovers hit you on both ends, both offensively and defensively, because now you're just giving a very good offensive team another crack at it. And a lot of those, you know, just wide open layups when those are live ball turnovers. So those are tough. But Asia, she understands what it takes to win. And I know she'll get, you know, she's such a luxury to have as a leader because I know she's in there talking right now and makes my job easier when, you know, you got leadership like I have in her, along with Chelsea and the rest of them. They're pretty self-accountable for the most part. So we move on, and we got a couple more road games, but you just got to weather the storm at the end of the day. No pun intended. Thanks.
Thanks, Rocco.